Hello, U7. Welcome back to another video working with fractions. Today, we're going to be simplifying fractions. Last week, we looked at how we can find equivalent fractions by multiplying or dividing the top and the bottom of a fraction by the same amount. We're going to be using that technique to simplify fractions into their simplest form, which means where the numbers are as small as we can make them while maintaining an equivalent fraction. So we're not actually changing the fraction, we're just writing it in a simpler form. Okay, so to do this, we need to first find an old friend from last term, the HCF, okay, the highest common factor. Now remember, let's not get confused between multiples and factors. Factors are always equal to or smaller than the number itself. Okay, so we need to remember a factor is something that you can divide a number by evenly, as in it's going to make a whole number when you divide it. Okay, so we need to find the HCF, or the highest common factor. That is what we're going to use when we are trying to solve this. So our two numbers, our numerator or the top number is 12, our denominator or the bottom number is 18. We're going to find the HCF, the highest common factor of these two numbers. To do this, we're going to write out the factors of each of those numbers and see which one is the largest. So for 12, we've got 1, we've got 2, we can divide 12 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. There are factors of 12. We can divide 18 by 1, 2, 3. We can't do 4. We can't do 5. We can do 6. We can do 9. And then 18. Okay, so we're going to look for which number do these numbers have as a factor in common, and the answer is 6. Our HCF is 6. So we're going to use that HCF now, and we're going to divide the top and the bottom by that number. Okay, when we do that, we will find the fraction in its simplest form with the smallest numbers. So let's divide the top by 6, and we're going to divide the bottom by 6, and we get how many times does 6 go into 12? It goes 2 times. How many times does it go into 18? 3 times. And we have simplified our fraction. Okay, so 2/3 is the same as 12/18. We've divided top and bottom by 6. And the reason why we know that's the simplest form is because we divided by the HCF. Okay, and we can see straight away 2 and 3 don't have any common factors, so we can't simplify it anymore. Okay, so that's how we go about simplifying fractions by using the HCF, the highest common factor. Let's look at this other question. It says create a number line to plot the following fractions. Okay, we've got 3/8, a half, 3/4, and 15/16. Okay, so we need to work out what the scale of our number line is going to be. How are we going to order these fractions? Okay, they've got different denominators. We've got to be able to compare them, list them from smallest to largest, and also show how relatively close they are to do that. Okay, now before we draw our number line, we're going to do something where we convert all of these fractions so that they have the same denominator. Okay, it's much easier to compare fractions if their denominator is the same. Okay, because then you can just look at the numerator and see which one is bigger. Okay, so we need to find a common multiple of all of these numbers. So we've got 8, 2, 4, and 16. Okay, we're going to think of a number that all of these numbers can multiply into, that is a multiple, remember, bigger than the number itself, or equal to. And the answer is, well, 2 times 8 is going to be 16. 8 times 2 is going to be 16. 4 times 4 is going to be 16. So all of these numbers equal 16. Oh, multiply into 16. So we're going to convert them all into sixteenths. So 3/8. If we want to make it into something 16ths, we're going to times the bottom by 2 to get to 16, and then we're going to times the top by the same amount. So we get 6/16 for 3/8. Okay, for a half, if we want to get 16ths, we're going to times the bottom by 8 and the top by the same amount, and we get 8/16. Okay, if we have 3/4 and we want to equal something over 16, we're going to times the bottom by 4 and the top by 4, and we get 12/16. And then we don't have to convert 15/16 at all because it's already got 16 as its denominator. Okay, so now we can see really clearly which one is the biggest, which one is the smallest, and how far apart they are relative to each other. So we're going to make a number line. Okay, we're going to start with 0/16 or just 0. We're going to draw it out like this, and we're going to end at 16/16 or 1. Okay, 16/16 is just 1. So we're trying to fill in the gaps, find out where these numbers are in relation to each other. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to halve it. Okay, and this is going to be our 8/16. Okay, I'm going to halve it again. That would be our 4/16. That's going to be our 6/16. So we can write that in. And let's just put all these little notches in as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and now we can put in our numbers as such. So we've already got 6/16 in there. We've already got 8/16 in there. Where we're going to put 12/16, so it's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12/16 goes above here. And then 15/16 is going to be right here, 1 away from that. Now below, we can maybe put their original form that they came in the question. So 6/16 is the same as 3/8. Okay, 1/2 is the same as 8/16. 3/4 is the same as 15/16. So what we've done, we've made a number line. We've shown the different fractions where they are relative to each other with an even spacing between them. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Good luck with the questions and good luck with the challenge for today. I look forward to seeing your responses with that. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. And have a look at the FAQ document if you haven't already, if things aren't working out for you. All right, take it easy.